Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at Battlbox Mission 91 for September 2022. Let's check it out. Alright everybody, welcome back. So if you guys are interested in getting involved with Battlbox, I do have a link down below that goes to my personal portal on their website, as well as a 15% discount using my code Iridium24, not Iridium242, it's Iridium24, over there, and you'll get a 15% discount on your first subscription box or other items that you might want to pick up off the site. I like the stuff. However, if you're just getting started in prepping, I don't recommend subscription boxes. I'd say get your food and water first before you get the fun gear that comes in these boxes. If you've been around for a while and you got a little extra money and you want to see what you get every month, for me it's like Christmas every year. I mean, every month. It's kind of neat. You know, there's new stuff popping up here and there, and I like it. And you know, lately the gear has been exceptional. It's really been decent stuff. I know some people over the years have been like, I didn't like this box, I didn't like that box, and I've had boxes I haven't been crazy about before. The idea is to get yourself some basic gear every month, see what you like. My personal thing is if I'm not going to use something, I'll sell it to one of my other friends who may not have it. You know, so we're going to get into the box today and tell you what it's all about. But it does come in levels. There's the basic box, the advanced box, the pro box, and the pro plus box. And each one has a different price for whatever box you want every month. So these are kind of neat for you folks out there that are looking to get some extra little gear. I'll tell you something. I've gotten some very interesting gear that I would have never purchased myself from these boxes, and I use the heck out of it. So there is some good stuff in there. So we're going to start off real simple. We're going to start off with something that you may think, why is this in the box? But it's actually a very handy piece of gear if you do a lot of cooking out in the outdoors. So we're going to start off here, back here. I'll open this up. When I first saw this, I thought this was like some kind of shoehorn. I'm like, really, Battlbox? You sent me a shoehorn? It isn't, don't worry. This is the Peak Refuel Titanium Spork. Now, you may think, well, big deal. Well, first of all, it's titanium, so it's super, super light. Got it in there weird. That's my fault. I went and checked it and then I put it in backwards. Okay. There we go. Got it out. But you'll also know, look at the length on that. Now you're probably wondering, well, big deal. It's a long spoon with a fork on the end of it. The reason these are long is because of the next item in the box, okay? Peak Refuel sausage and biscuit sausage and gravy. If you've ever made a freeze-dried meal, okay, and you've used a regular type spoon or something to stir it with, you know that the spoon, a regular spoon, will only get you to about here. The reason these are longer is for that very reason. When you pour hot water into these, you usually have to mix them up really good. If you're working with a very short spoon, you know, maybe one that's a camp-sized spoon about that big, you're going to get your hands in there, you're going to get dirty, it's going to be messy. These make it very, very convenient, and it's really a one all-together eating tool. It's got the fork on the end and the spoon. And very nice, super lightweight, very, very lightweight, very nice little tool. So that's the first thing on there. And it was not a shoehorn. And we will go to the next thing, and that is the Peak Refuel Biscuits and Sausage Gravy. Now, if you've tried Peak Refuel stuff for the freeze-dried entrees for camp food, I've been very impressed with it. I really, really like it. I like it better than Mountain House. I find the taste of it is far superior to Mountain House stuff. I'm going to be trying this one. I'll probably leave this out on my table. Right now I have a lot of stuff to review. When I start getting a little bit thinner on the reviews, we take out some of this gear and test it out, like that water filter from the other last month's Battlbox. So as I get stuff, we will go through it and try it out. But I definitely want to try this out. I love biscuits and sausage gravy, and the freeze-dried freeze-dried meal type ones like this, usually very, very good. This is 2 servings, total 1,100 calories. Each serving, which is half the bag, is 570 calories. So, you know, you may think, wow, that's a whole lot for a meal, but when you're out camping, running around, setting up tents, doing all sorts of stuff, or in a survival situation where you're really exerting yourself, something like that could fill you up nicely. And it is 2 servings, so it's kind of handy to have. That's the second item in the box. Remember, this is the basic box. We're starting off with the basic. All right, next up is going to be something that I have used in other incarnations many, many years. This is a cooling towel. If you guys have never tried one of these, you'll be amazed at how well they work. I'm going to open it up for you because I haven't really taken a look at this one just yet. But these basically, the idea behind them is you wet them down, and it does come with a nice little carrying case inside here. It is breathable, so if this is wet, this will let it dry rather easily. Okay, this is by Gear Aid, and this is your towel right here, and you'll notice it has a little clip on it here so you can hang on to it. If you put it around your neck, whatever. The idea of these is to soak them in water. Okay, this is very light fabric. You soak this in cold water, and you'll either wrap it around your neck or around your chest or whatever, and it cools you off. Now, some people have used the schmog for this, or other types of wet t-shirts, whatever, just wrap it around your neck. But this is very lightweight and will hold the cold very, very well. When I used to have grass out front to mow, sometimes I would do that with a wet rag or something around my neck on the hot days. Definitely a cool little item to have. Again, not an imperative, but these are things that make survival situations a little more comfortable. Okay. All right. Next up, we're going to take a look at I believe, the last item in the basic box. This is kind of cool because I didn't expect this to come in the basic box, and this is the Humvee brand folding shovel. Let's take a look at it. Get it out of the box. This one is actually worthy of looking at because I know a lot of these have been horrible. If you bought some of the earlier ones back in the day, they were terrible. This thing, I did take it out, I did take a look at it, and I gotta say, this is pretty beefy and built pretty well. Okay. Now again, you'll think, well, what do I need a shovel for? Well, do you live in an area where you could get stuck in sand or snow or whatever? This is a good way to be able to, I'm gonna tighten this down, by the way. See right along here? That's where it's gonna lock up. So, let me tighten it up. I'm going the wrong way. If you live in an area like that, having something like this that can dig you out is very, very handy. It is very small compared to other ones that I've seen years ago. I mean, years and years ago. I reviewed the Schrade shovel. And nice shovel, but really heavy and kind of big for a folding shovel. This thing is built pretty well. Nice welds on the back there. It's not going to break off anytime soon. Again, these are not meant to be, construction shovels. They're meant to be emergency shovels. The back is plastic, but it's that really thick reinforced polymer. You do have this lock here that locks it into place. And the way it locks into place is a little bit different. There are two little inserts here that go into this, and then this piece pushes up against it. So you're not only locked into place in one way, you're locked into place up and down too. Very, very handy. As you can tell, you can lock it into other ways. So you can use it as a pick. There we go. You can use it like this, maybe to clear an area. So definitely a handy little thing, but definitely a cool little item and something to stick in your car emergency kit for when you get stuck. I would definitely recommend having something like this. Now, we have not tested this. Again, I'm just showing you what's in the box, but I do intend to test that out maybe in its own video and actually give it a try and see how well it works. My soil out here will definitely test a shovel. We've got that clay soil with a ton of rock and caliche and stuff in it. So if a shovel isn't up to the task, you'll know it pretty quick. All right, let's move on to the advanced box. We're going to start off something really neat on here. This is the Outdoor Element Phoenix Feather. Very small, kind of multitask type knife. It is D2 steel. Take a look at the packaging there. It does have a clip on the back, so you can clip this on your pocket or on your belt. It does have areas here, holes for if you want to wrap this with paracord or whatever. I might do that. A little bit of what I like to call gentle jimping. It's not obnoxious and hard. It's a nice looking little knife there. Definitely a handy little pocket knife. Came in the box pretty darn sharp. Gotta say, sometimes they don't exactly come out of the box super sharp. So it was nice that it came out like that. It does have a screwdriver on the end here, and we'll show you why that's important later. It actually fits in with another item here. But I really like it. I've been playing around a little bit with it. I didn't sharpen it up, but I just kind of cut some paper with it and messed around with it. Feels good in my hand. It does feel a little bit short on the end here, but there's a reason for that because it's supposed to be a little bit smaller of a knife. More of a... It can do tasks that maybe the other knife that we're going to show you later can't. Definitely like it. Very cool little knife. Handy little thing there. There we go. That's that. All right, let's move on to the Pro Plus box, okay? And that includes something else in here that if you do a lot of target shooting, if you go out to the range a lot, you're definitely going to want this, okay? I thought it was, I wasn't sold on it totally. And then I tried my first set, and I was like, wow, okay, I get it. These are the Walker Razor earmuffs. These are that noise canceling technology where you'll hear really, really well. I mean, you can hear people whispering 50 feet away. The minute there's a loud sound over a certain decibel level, they cut right off. I gotta say, when I first tried electronic earmuffs, and I was actually introduced to them via the shooting school out here, Front Sight, I was a little bit concerned. That first round that I squeezed off with these on my head, I was like, no, this is gonna hurt. Didn't, immediately cut right off. Really pretty impressive, actually. So let's take a look at them really quick. I do have like 2 pairs of these now. I also, many years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago, reviewed the headset on the walkie-talkie system that connects to these. Take a look here. Whoop. That's with the instructions. There we go. Pop them right out. They are very low profile. Okay. Very comfortable on the ear. If you're shooting this with rifle, you will be able to get a good cheek weld on the rifle and not have this big obnoxious thing sticking out there. It does come with batteries, and they're actually decent batteries. My biggest problem with this was finding where the batteries went the first time I got a set. I was like, what the heck? But you're going to turn them on here. Okay. It does have a plug for an external connection, say if you want to connect your phone with music, or if you still happen to have an iPod or any kind of music player, you can plug it in there. These are actually your microphones that will pick up the sound in each ear. It does have the Battlbox logo on the top, kind of cool. And these are absolutely amazing for classes. If you take a lot of firearms classes and you want to hear the instructor and not constantly be like, what? These are awesome. Again, that's where I discovered them, through Front Sight. When I first started, taking a lot of shooting classes, and it was like, wow, what a difference. They are so easy. Batteries do go in here, right up top there. Make it so much easier to hear what's going on around you. So, that is in the Pro Plus box, okay? Put that in there. Now, the last item in here, okay, and this is the Pro Plus box, okay? That's a total, you're not going to pay this, but it's a total of a $301 value, okay, for everything, if you want the whole box. And that is the Phoenix Talon. Now, this is kind of this is a hunting survival type skinning knife, but it's actually kind of cool. It actually has a purpose to it. There is a full instruction manual in here that you will go through. It does come with a bunch of extra bits and pieces, as well as a little bit of an extra cutter in there. I don't know if you can see it in there, but we'll show it to you on the knife itself. The knife itself is very beefy. Nice heavy feel to it. You do have a bit of a sharpening stone along the top here. Okay, you have a nice clip on it. And there's the knife. Now, I kind of looked at it the first time and I'm like, this just looks like a skinning knife, but there's a whole lot more to this, okay? First of all, these pieces here come off, and remember I said there's a reason why I was showing you the feather. The feather actually fits in here and will remove the screws. I'm not going to try to do that with my left hand. I will open it up and show you what's inside in a second. And this can be your cutter, if you got to cut cord or anything like that. It does not have a very good spine for ferrule rod striking, but we don't need that. You know why? Here's why. The back has a flint in it, and they do have extra flints in that kit. There is a small screw along here. When you open it up, you will take that screw out, and you have a replaceable flint inside there. So definitely a handy feature. Now, when I'm doing this, I would put the sheath on. Put it on there to demo it for you, like that. So definitely handy to have. They kind of thought that out. They do have nice G10 scales on here, nice thick scales. They feel good in your hand. The knife itself feels really good in your hand. So for the oddball kind of shape, with that round tip in the front, very, very sharp. Came out of the box very sharp. You do have these here, so you can kind of grip up on the knife if you're skinning an animal. And all in all, definitely cool. They would call this a gut hook, I assume. They do give you an extra one. We'll get into the parts and pieces here in a second. You have a couple of little pieces inside here, a couple of the seals for the inside. We're going to open up the knife, and I'm going to show you the little section inside and what's in there. Alright, so here you go. The knife, once again, is all D2 steel. There's your striker. And this is your little section here, and it is hollowed out here. A little bit of lubrication on there so it didn't rust on the way. Here, there you go. So you do have a little hollowed out section in there that can fit all of your extra tools, which is what this thing is all about. And once again, the back of this can unscrew that for you. Kind of makes it very, very handy. Let me put this over here so you can see it. And that's about it, you know. So you have a little section in there to store any kind of last ditch emergency survival stuff, maybe an extra flint and spring for the spark over here. And if you just happen to not want the thing on there, I mean, the handles make it so much more comfortable, but if you didn't want that on there and you just wanted to use it like this, or maybe wrap it with paracord, you could, but you're losing this little storage space, and I kind of like that. So let me put the scales back on this and wrap up and show you everything, you know, all together, and we'll finish up the video. All right, folks, so that's just a quick look at this month's Battlbox. I got to say, most of this stuff I'm actually going to have a use for. Sometimes I don't. And that's okay to say that. You know, you may not need another shovel. You may have one. Sell it or give it to a friend. Give it to a family member who maybe isn't as well prepared. You know, and again, this is a if you can afford it type thing. I don't want to see people going out and getting food or water or basics to buy one of these. They do have some very, very useful gear in them, but I always caution people with any kind of subscription box, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you're getting a value for the money. And I always feel Battlbox and Crate Club both have been really, really awesome as far as what they have given me. I've done a couple others that I've been kind of like, I don't know, you know. This stuff, always good. And most of this stuff I'm going to be keeping and using. So, heck, almost all of it, I think. You know, pretty much everything I can use. Heck, how many times do we use this in the channel when we're making freeze-dried food to try out and stuff? So, definitely useful. I already have those in my bags and my Go stuff and my Go gear, but it's handy to have an extra one for out here. Anyway, folks, that is mission 91 this month of September 2022. Like I said before, my link is down below if you're interested in checking it out. And you can buy individual gear too. If there was something from, say, last month's box that you wanted, but you didn't want to buy the whole box, you can do that with Battlbox, which I really like. You know, next month from now, if I want to get this shovel, but I don't really want to get involved with the whole box and the whole kit and everything, I can do that. I can go online and order it. So definitely check out the site. Make sure you check out and see what's there. If you're interested in getting started, you will get a 15% discount using my code, which is Iridium24, Iridium24, not 242. That's all they could fit in there, Iridium24. And if that isn't something that interests you, please remember to check out all our other links down below. We have our freeze-dried wholesaler link. I have something coming up cool. We're going to have another contest this month. I have something coming up really cool. It's going to be a little bit of a demo of a product as well as a contest where we can do the same thing. You're going to enter your name. Hasn't started yet, so don't start leaving comments for it down below. Our Amazon affiliate store down there. If you're interested in any of the gear that we use regularly in the channel, please check them out. Down below that is our My Patriot Supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com. We have two amazing deals this month. We have a deal on the 4-week kit as well as the 3-month kit. And the 3-month kit is $250 off. So definitely a good way to get a lot of food right away, stocked up if you have nothing yet. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Welcome to all of my new delivery customers as well as consultants this month. You guys are doing awesome. I really like seeing you guys doing well as, you know, buying from me. I like seeing you guys do as well too. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.